Ever wonder how TikTok seems to know exactly what you want to watch? How it magically serves you video after video that keeps you scrolling for hours? It feels like magic, but there's actually a sophisticated AI algorithm working behind the scenes, learning what you like, what you engage with, and feeding you more of it. A digital puppet master pulling the strings of our attention. But what happens when that puppet master gets a new owner? And what if that new owner has a very specific story they want to tell? Recently, the White House announced that TikTok would be getting new owners. The video app, used by over 170 million Americans, was forced to be sold, and the new owner is a man named Larry Ellison. Now, you might not know Ellison's name, but you should. He founded a company called Oracle, and Oracle originally built a database for the CIA. Today, Oracle stores everything from your bank records to your airline reservations to your shopping history. Ellison isn't just any billionaire. He's the single largest private donor to the Israeli military forces. He's so close to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that he once offered him a seat on Oracle's board and flew him to his private Hawaiian island for vacation. In 2021, Oracle became the first major tech company to open a data center in Jerusalem, investing $319 million. They provide cloud and cybersecurity infrastructure to Israel's military. But here's where it gets really interesting. Ellison already controls a huge part of what Americans watch and hear. Through his investments, he has influence over CBS, Paramount, MTV, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, and he's expected to soon control CNN, HBO, and the Discovery Channel too. So, how exactly does this control work? Well, the White House says Oracle will retrain TikTok's algorithm from the ground up. They'll have the power to determine what content gets seen and what gets buried. We actually have a good idea of what this might look like, because we've seen it happen before. Research from Politico and Northeastern University tracked how TikTok's algorithm handled the Israel-Palestine conflict over several months. They found something fascinating. The visibility of content didn't just depend on what people were posting, but on mysterious changes to the algorithm itself. At 3 different points, the algorithm suddenly changed what it showed people, regardless of what was actually being posted. This suggests that someone was tweaking the knobs behind the scenes. But the algorithmic control is only part of the story. Recently uncovered documents reveal something called the Esther Project, a coordinated campaign where Israel pays influencers up to $7,000 per post to promote pro-Israel content on TikTok and Instagram. That's right. While you're posting for free, some influencers are getting paid more than many Americans make in a month for a single post supporting Israel. And get this, that's just the small program. There's a separate $6 million contract with Brad Parscale, Donald Trump's former campaign manager, to use AI tools to manipulate what you see. His company uses software called Market Brew AI to reverse engineer Google and Bing's algorithms to make pro-Israel content appear higher in search results. Even more concerning? They're creating pro-Israel websites specifically to train AI systems like ChatGPT to give responses that favor Israel. They're literally rewriting the internet itself to shape how AI systems answer questions about Israel and Palestine. Why are they doing all this? Well, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told us himself at a meeting with social media influencers. He said, "We have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields on which we are engaged. And the most important ones are on social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is TikTok."
Christian influencers, okay. He said, he talked about the woke right, and he said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant observation. The woke Reich, because these people, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane, they're Louis. But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money. Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance. To that community, they're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. The weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well. Okay? And you can't fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well. And you have these new things, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that. But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are in social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is TikTok. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one that's most important? X. That's very good. And, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Give if we can get those two things, we get a lot. And I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now. We have to fight the fight. Okay? To give direction to the Jewish people and give direction to our non-Jewish friends or those who could be our Jewish our friends. Are we going to succeed with everyone? No. Will there be a strong counterpart? Yes.
They're not even hiding it anymore. This isn't only about what's happening in Gaza. This is about something much bigger. Who gets to control what we see, hear, and think? There's a crucial difference between free speech, your right to say what you believe, and free thought, your right to encounter different ideas and form your own conclusions. When a handful of billionaires with clear political agendas control both the algorithms that recommend content and the databases that store our information, they're not just limiting free speech, they're limiting free thought. You might not even notice when certain ideas disappear from your feed. You'll just slowly find yourself surrounded by content that agrees with a particular viewpoint. Many users are already reporting strange censorship. Some are finding that even using certain emojis, like the juice box emoji that's been used as code for Jew, can get content removed. Political comments criticizing Israel's influence are being flagged. But here's what makes this especially dangerous for democracy. Multiple polls show that younger Americans are increasingly critical of Israel's actions. A Gallup survey found only 9% of Americans aged 18 to 34 support Israel's military campaign. The New York Times found that for the first time ever, more Americans side with Palestinians than Israelis. So if the American people are moving in one direction, but a handful of powerful billionaires want to move public opinion in another direction, what happens to democracy? What happens when our digital public square becomes engineered to serve private interests and foreign policy agendas rather than truth and open debate? So, where does this leave us? Are we powerless against these powerful forces controlling what we see? Actually, no. There are concrete steps we can take to protect our minds and our democracy. First and simplest, delete TikTok. When Oracle finalizes its control over the algorithm, stop using the platform. Hit them where it hurts, their user numbers and their advertising revenue. Your attention is the product they're selling. Don't let your mind be manipulated by an algorithm designed to push someone else's political agenda. Second, boycott the paid influencers. When you see content that feels like it's following talking points, that's probably because it is. Don't engage with it. Don't share it. Don't give it the attention the manipulators are paying for. Learn to recognize the signs of coordinated propaganda campaigns. Look for similar posts across multiple accounts. Notice when emotional appeals replace factual arguments. Third, support decentralized alternatives. Platforms like Keat and Nostr are built to resist censorship from the ground up. They're still young, but they represent the future of truly free speech online. The truth is that we're at a crossroads. We can either accept a future where a handful of billionaires control what we see and think, or we can fight for a digital world where diverse ideas can flourish. Throughout history, the fight for free speech has always been a fight against those who want to control what we think. What's different today is that the methods of control have become invisible, algorithmic, and incredibly sophisticated. They don't need to burn books when they can simply make sure you never see certain ideas in your feed. The takeover of TikTok by Larry Ellison and his pro-Israel mafia isn't a simple business story. It's a warning about how easily our digital public squares can be captured by special interests. But ultimately, they can't control what we think unless we surrender our curiosity. They can't manipulate us unless we stop asking questions. And they can't shape the narrative unless we stop thinking for ourselves. The most important algorithm is the one between your ears. Protect it. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to watch me slowly lose faith in humanity. Please share and like this video to help the channel with the almighty algorithm. I hope something good happens to you today.
We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what they're doing.